So in today's video I've got 5 great present ideas. They're all low cost, they're all things that DIYers might not have, but they'll certainly make good use of. So stick around and see what I've come up with. So first up, some of you have seen me using this in the last few videos. I bought it several months ago, and believe it or not, this was a purchase from a supermarket. It was from Lidl. I found this pretty much the same tool on Amazon. I'm going to link to all of those below, but this is a flush trim saw. It's my go-to saw for anything small now. They're razor sharp. It's a Japanese style saw in that it cuts on the pull stroke rather than the push stroke, but once you've used it you won't look back because it's just perfect for any little moulding or little trim bits. That's a great little present and one they might not have. Okay, next up is a Hinge drill bit set. These are a great gift and I've bought them for people in the past. I bought a set for my dad last year, and it's probably the sort of thing that they won't necessarily have. So all this is a drill bit which is hidden inside a spring-loaded tube here, or kind of collet, and you basically put that into the hole of the hinge, and as you push and drill, it'll push the drill bit through and drill your perfectly centered hole. It's self-centering. There's 3 different sizes in this one. These are really low cost. They were, I think, £4 or £5. If you're going to be drilling hundreds and hundreds of holes, then it might pay to get the high-end sort of trend ones. But for this sort of hanging a few doors around home or do some woodworking projects, they are a great tool to have. Next up is one I haven't even used myself yet, which is a stepped drill bit. These are a great little gadget for drilling any holes into plastics or metals. And what you can do with this one is you start your pilot off there with the, I think it's probably 6mm at the top, 4mm, and each step is an incremental sort of 2mm step. So you can just keep going and you've only got to carry around one drill bit. So if you're putting through holes for some cables or anything like that, through some metal work perhaps, or drilling through sheet metal, that's a great one to have. And again, possibly one that people might not have. Next up is the voltage pen. This costs £7, I think. They can get a lot more expensive for certain versions. This will detect any voltage over 100 volts, I think. So whether you're in the States or here in Europe, if you're holding this over a cable or over a socket or a light switch, it'll give you a beep and a flashing light to tell you that there's power there. So if you're doing any sort of rewire or you're checking stuff or testing things, then this is a really handy little gadget, and again, pretty low cost, but can be a lifesaver. Literally, I guess. Last up is a paintbrush, and that sounds like the most boring Christmas present you could possibly give, but there's something about a really high quality paintbrush which just helps you kind of set your standard of work a little bit higher. And there's no point putting all that effort into all the groundwork and the plastering and the trim work and all the mouldings if you then go out and you buy yourself a cheap throwaway brush or a set of 5 for £4 or £5. You're just not going to look after the brushes. They're not going to give you the same quality finish. And having used those brushes when we started the renovation, we probably got through maybe 4 or 5 of those sets. You're talking 30 odd brushes. It's just not particularly environmentally friendly either. But these sets, these are Worcester, and we used the Purdy ones as well in the past. And when we did the hall stairs landing 2 years ago, I bought a set of 3 of these, and I'm still using them today. And that's probably because I spent that little bit more, but because of that I look after them. And this is one that I needed for tonight's project, and they're much higher quality. They've got hardwood handle, the bristles are much finer, higher quality, and you're not going to go throwing that around or throwing it away even. You're going to look after it. So there's a false economy in those cheap brushes, I think. They do have a purpose for some jobs, but if you're decorating, doing woodwork, nice finishes on projects, that is a lovely gift to give. So there we go, short and sweet, a collection of really bizarre and random tools, but those sort of gadgets, once you've used them, you just won't look back. I say gadgets, they are kind of well-known tools, but they're just not your common tools that you necessarily have in your workshop or in your toolbox. So if you want to see some slightly bigger, more expensive tools, which are definitely sort of ones that you really can't live without, then you can check out our other video, which is our top 10 DIY tools. And as a little Christmas present from us here, we're going to be doing a giveaway in the next video. I'm actually going to go out and buy another one of all these tools with our own money, not sponsored in any way, but we've just hit 25,000 subscribers, and it's been a good year. We'd like to say thank you to all of our subscribers for watching all the videos. So we're going to do a bit of a giveaway and kind of a channel update coming up soon. So keep an eye out for that, and that gives you a chance to win one of these for yourself, or all of these for yourself. So I'll put all the links down in the description box should you want to send the links on to someone else, or go and buy them for yourself to give to people, or just buy them for yourself like I've just done. And stay tuned for that other video where we'll be giving away all of these as a bit of a Christmas present for one of our lucky subscribers. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.